Hello. Um. Okay. So today we have this, my lovelies. At the bottom we have Ten of Wands, the World, Eight of Wands, the Fool, and the Queen of Wands. Now these three are very interesting. It's what's happening. Um. It's what I've been feeling for myself lately. Uh. So the anchor card is forward movement, rapid forward movement. Uh, it's also communication. Now these two, I've done a reading uh, maybe a month ago or month and a half, um, where I said that it's like we are finishing a class, right? And your you, the divine feminines, are passing with flying colors, A plus. The DM had to go to summer school. Okay, and it's funny because it was literally summer break when I did that reading. Anyway, and I said in that reading that uh, during that summer school the DM is either gonna pass and move uh, to a new class, to a higher class with you, uh, or they're gonna repeat the class. And that's exactly what's happening here. And I felt it for some time in the energies. So everybody is being judged, right? We get the judgment and the world, and then we go either on a new level with the Fool, or we repeat the same level with the Fool. So I would say that's happening right now. Now remember, everything is happening in cycles, so that reading is kind of repeating. I would say you, the divine feminines, actually I would say that this is already in motion. It's already done, if you will. You are already on a new level. So the past few readings we got the Tower and the full moon in Pisces and all that, we got those answers that the Tower needed to happen to release something that was deeply rooted within us, with the DM and the DF, and it needed to happen to release that. And if you followed all the advice and everything, you're probably already in the in your heart chakra and feeling that love, self-love and everything. You can see it here as well with the Queen of Cups and the full moon in Pisces, being the watery, sensitive, emotional sign. It's gonna bring up that that love or need for love. So I would say you're already there on the new level. The energies just need to settle, so it's firmly within you, if you will. I would say that the DM, because of the past few readings, I would say most of them are being kicked back at the same level from the beginning. because I noticed in the energies that the DMs are kind of going backwards, you know, so that makes sense. Starting again, I noticed my DM went way back in the beginning, like even before she met me. Like her energy and behavior is the same. It's it's fascinating, but it's also sad, you know. Um, I mean, I'm sad because of her own progress. Um, I'm not having any expectations, you know, that there needs to happen something in the 3D. I'm just sad because her own progress, and you know, just keeping her soul trapped still, you know. So in those terms, it's sad, but it's also fascinating, you know. If you're an observer and just studying things and behaviors, it's really fascinating how they go backwards. But it is needed, you know. The universe will throw bricks and the kitchen sink and, you know, a whole mountain if it needs to, just for them to learn the lesson, you know. So being kicked all the way to the beginning, it makes sense, you know. But you are starting on a whole new level. For you, I see a very fast forward movement. For them, it's more about this lightning. Whenever I'm focused on the lightning, it reminds me of the tower. Now these two, so this one was at the bottom, right, crossing everything. I was focused on the light behind the wands, and I heard the expression, the light at the end of the tunnel. So there's gonna be, and it's clear here with the hangman, you're gonna have a whole new perspective with these energies by being in the a love space in the heart chakra and all that, being open, you know, and soft and nurturing. This part of the Empress, right? There's gonna be a whole new perspective for you on this whole soulmate cycle, a new perspective on your DM, on your purpose in this cycle. You're gonna have a whole new outlook on it. You're even gonna see the beauty in your purpose in this soulmate cycle. You're gonna see the beauty in these burdens that you had. You're definitely gonna be released of the burdens. It is gonna take, you know, some time for those energies to settle. It's almost a feeling of bittersweet, like when you go through a breakup, but you're the one who's breaking up, right? Like you love the person you're breaking up with, but you see also that it's not going anywhere, you know, and that you just need a break. So even if you break up in a loving way, you know, without fighting and with understanding and unconditional love, you know, they agree with you that you need the break, you know, they wish you all the best and you wish them all the best, you hug it out, you know even if it's that kind of breakup, there's still that bittersweet, taste in the mouth. um, Even if it's a breakup, with unconditional love and everything, uh, no fighting, you know you break up as friends and all that, um, you still feel that a little bit of sadness, um, and you need time to adjust, that now you're single, you have the apartment for yourself, um, you need to tell the friends, that you're not together anymore, so it kind of needs to settle down, it's that kind of energy. um, you're releasing those burdens, you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Now what I the analogy that I used doesn't mean you're gonna break up with them forever. I'm just telling you how the energy feels, and you're gonna appreciate your role in this soulmate cycle. You're gonna see it with a completely new pair of eyes, if you will. um, it's like that analogy that I mentioned in a previous reading, uh, when you experience that near death thing, um, and you wake up again and you appreciate life. You see everything from a um, different point of view. you know that's what it's gonna be like for you. um, it's gonna feel like you died and went to heaven, uh, and you're watching everything play out, um, from that 5D self. you know your 5D self looks at everything from a point of love and growth and learning. So that's how you're gonna see things. And 5D is operating from a higher vibration of love. So again, this makes sense. um, I've been experiencing this new perspective for a few days now. Um, and even though my person is very angry and trying to push that anger forward, even though the energies are trying to soften her up and see from a point of love and not anger, she's still pushing that anger narrative, uh, because if you're angry, that means you're not guilty. You have a reason uh, to be right. You're angry at somebody, they did you wrong. uh, if you're angry, you're not the one to be blamed. So she's pushing that narrative, so just so she doesn't feel blame, um, so she doesn't feel guilty. you know but again, I see it from a different new perspective. I'm not even mad. uh, if nothing else, it fascinates me. It really does. um, you could also have a conversation with your DM, uh, and that's even gonna push you more into this new path, new level. um, it might be a confirmation, the conversation. It might be closure. Whatever it is, it's gonna give you that last kick in whatever decision you're weighing down. So you might be seeing or feeling that your DM is going backwards, but you might be like, oh, but we had such a great time, I don't know what to do now. You know, maybe the patterns are repeating, so you're not sure what to do. Do I repeat the pattern or do I let it go or whatever? So the conversation is gonna help you with that. It's like when you ask for a sign from a universe and it gives you, through a song or a billboard or whatever, and you just get that instant answer and instant feeling. It's that kind of feeling. You don't even have to tell them, that you're weighing down the options. What should you do? What should you not? You don't even have to say anything, like what's troubling you. Just them opening their mouth and talking, it's gonna be like the universe is talking through them and giving you the answer. It's that kind of feeling. So you're gonna get your answer one way or the other. Or you might get closure with the conversation. Either way, you're moving forward. There's no going back. You are gonna get your eyes open. Whoever goes into a new class with flying colors, they don't say, oh, you know what, I just want to repeat the past, the previous class. Nobody says that. You're moving forward when you get into this energy, when it settles down a little bit, when you look at all this, what was happening in the past 2-3 years, whenever you had the soul recognition, when you look at it from a higher point of view, from a space of love and all that, that's what's gonna propel you forward. It's gonna push you forward so quickly. You won't even have time to think what the fuck just happened. You're just gonna, it's like a bullet train. You won't have time to think what just happened. You're just gonna naturally go with the flow. That's what I would recommend anyway. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink what's happening. Oh my god, is it dead? Is the connection dead? What now? Don't go into panic mode. Just go with the flow. It's good. It has a purpose. Sometimes a big separation is needed. So the DM can learn things. They sometimes need to be in that loss energy, so they can pick up pace. And sometimes you need to get out of their way. It's always been like, the DM is slowing down the DF. She needs to stop the car, for them to for them to get with their car, because they're driving slow, so you need to slow down. But it can also be, the other way around. You can also slow their progress, um, especially if you're in that needy energy and, just wondering why, when, oh my god, I need them, that needy, desperate energy. Um, or if you always, take them back and be all lovey-dovey and spill all your cups, uh, that's not helping them. That needy energy is doing nothing. They either do nothing um, or they run, because the needy energy is that desperate energy, um, and nobody likes desperation. So they either do nothing or they run. Um, and if you spill all their cups, and um, if you mother them, if you tell them what the lesson is, what they need to do, it's, first of all, it's gonna piss them off because they're gonna feel stupid, you know uh, and second of all, it's like you're giving them a cheat sheet. you know it's not your job to do the work for them. You can't anyway. uh, but if you meddle in their business, in their growth, um, it's not helping them. It's like passing school with um, having another person who does all the tests for you. That person is never gonna learn anything. It's a bought degree, high school degree, college degree. Something that's bought, it's not something that's earned and learned. So if you're doing that, again, you're not helping them. So sometimes the universe just needs to separate you both, so you don't influence each other's growth. So again, don't go into overthinking mode. Oh my god, is it dead? What's happening? It's needed. It's almost like there was a cheating on the test, and now the universe put you in separate class to do the test, so there's no cheating, you know. So again, just go with the flow. When it comes to them, again, they're being hit by burdens and the tower. When I go into their energy, it's like this was a tree, the Eight of Wands. It's almost like it was a tree, a trunk, standing like this, and then this lightning from the tower hit right in the middle and split the tree in 8 parts. That's how I see it when I'm in their energy. For you, it's like you're in a starship and going warp speed, just being propelled forward, and they're being split apart, because they need a new perspective as well. So it's fascinating, you look at one card and you get two different meanings, two different energies. Uh, that's why I love tarot. So fascinating. Hmm. They are also holding on to something, uh, and that's what's putting pressure. I'm focused here on the eggs. It's like this snake is trying to hide the eggs, not letting them go, right? Um, it feels like the eggs want to hatch, but because the snake is so um, desperate for the outside world to not see her eggs, she's also not letting them hatch. Does that make sense? It's surrounded by fear, you know. Um, so imagine this snake um, being fearful of predators who want her eggs. So she curls up so tightly. She's not even aware that the eggs are kicking and um, wanna hatch, wanna come out. So in essence, she's smothering them, and she's not even aware of that because of that fear. You know, I need to protect the eggs. It's almost like in the movies, um, when a guy, when there's a horror movie or something, and imagine there's two people, and one of them puts their hand on the other person's lips, so they are quiet, so they don't make a sound, but they're so fearful to not make a sound. They actually put their hand over their nose as well, and they suffocate them at the end. They are not even aware because they are so frightened, not to make a move, not to make a sound. It's that kind of feeling. uh, so whatever they're hiding, it's putting even more pressure. It's like my person, trying to hide the guilt and the hurt through anger. But the more you try to push the pain down, um, the moment it erupts, and it will, uh, the more painful it will be. Just like with a wound, if you don't care about the wound, if you don't, clean it properly and all that, it's gonna get worse and worse, and you might get what's it called, blood poisoning. At the end you might have to amputate the foot or the arm or wherever the wound is. That's the pressure they are building. They don't want to look at the wound, so the wound is gonna get worse and worse, and by the time they look at it, it's gonna be even more painful than if they looked at it at the beginning. They could have saved the leg, and they're gonna amputate the leg. Oh my god. But yeah. Are we even surprised? Anyway, this full moon is gonna be a bitch for them. It's gonna hit them hard, um, and it's gonna keep hitting them. You know, the energies. And again, this is a water sign, that Pisces. You know, the the emotions are the ones that are gonna tear them apart, like this trunk that I said, you know, splitting them apart. So they might fight it with negative emotions, you know, like my person. It's just an excuse, you know, they're trying to find any excuse for them to be right, you know. They don't like admitting that they are wrong or that they were wrong. Um, it's almost like they're gonna get an eternal bleeding, you know, if they confess that they were wrong. So they're trying to make any excuse, you know. So if somebody is angry, it's, you know, it's like, oh my god, they probably have a reason to be angry. Somebody did wrong to them, you know. That's my example for my person, you know. It could be anything for your person, but it is some kind of excuse. And for you, like I mentioned, that new perspective, uh, you're gonna see everything through the lens of unconditional love. It's not that that copy fantasy land, you know. uh, you are still gonna remain uh, real, you know, but just seeing it from the lens of unconditional love and through the lens of 5D, you know? And when it comes to them, it's gonna be, look how you're uh, leaving your own cups empty, and you're gonna see how your cups are actually full, and how they're being um, full more and more each day. So you're looking at the full cups, they're looking at the empty cups. They're gonna be forced to repeat things. And the sad part is some of them, or most of them, are not even aware of that. It's just gonna be, oh my god, why am I so unlucky in life, you know? They're not gonna be aware of the patterns and lessons. Um, some are gonna be, you know, like that self-fulfilling prophecy, you know? Oh my god, of course, they left. See, I told you that they would leave. And I'm sitting in shit again. See, I told you. You know, it's gonna be that kind of thing. Again, it's all blame shifting, you know? It's not like they're gonna be, oh my god, I did this wrong, it's all because of my behavior, of this and that pattern, you know? They're not mature enough to see to see the irony in this, you know? But again, the universe will push them back at the beginning until they learn. You know? And even if you tell them all this, it still needs to click in the soul. Things don't click in the brain, they click in the soul. If they are not ready to hear it, they won't. If they don't want to hear it, again, they won't. It's gonna go for 1 year and out the other. They need to realize their mistakes in their soul. And the thing is, if you tell them, they're gonna be even more rebellious and repeat the pattern, you know. Not all of them, but most of them, you know. So again, that's why separation is needed. You know, they need to learn on their own, not have a cheat sheet. So whatever is happening with them, just let it happen. Let them be hit by a tower. Now, of course, because you're connected, you're gonna feel them. But like I said, you're on a new level. So focus on you and just remind yourself it's them that you're feeling. You know, if you go into sadness or even anger, you know, those low vibrational emotions, just know it's them, it's not you. You can even feel sad, like I said, because the energies need to settle. It's that bittersweet moment when you have a breakup, you know, even though it's a breakup out of unconditional love, it's still bittersweet, you know. So in that sense, you might feel sad, but if you can look the beauty in it, then you're okay. You're allowed to feel sad, you know. You're allowed to feel sad, to let it go, so it goes out naturally, you know. It's not like you need to push like your person, you know, I'm not sad, I'm perfectly fine. Just feel that sadness if it's yours, you know, and you will know if it's yours. If you're sad but still okay with it, and you can still feel the unconditional love and, you know, your role in it, then it's you, it's fine, you know. But if you're feeling sad and there's a layer of, you know, anger and resentment and all that, it's not your sadness, it's theirs. But I'm sure you're all smart enough to know the difference. So this tower is really good for you. Again, you might feel a little bit sad or melancholic or whatever, you know, but again, if you can be in that loving space, it's all fine. Like I said, any breakup is sad and painful on some level, you know. Again, I'm using the word breakup as an analogy. Doesn't have to mean that at this time you're gonna break up forever and ever. never see each other. I'm just telling you how the energy feels. Okay. Let's clarify a bit. I like this forward movement, that it's the anchor card, as I call it. Okay, tell me about the Queen of Cups. Somebody could be rushing in. Again, loving energy, open heart is very attractive energy. So they might come in with a specific message. Again, this is a card of communication. I'm saying that because the cards fell on the Knight of Swords. Ace of Swords. Again, epiphanies. This could also be reconciliation. Did I say that right? One meaning of the Ace of Swords. But it might be reconciliation with your own self, with your own soul. With this card, I see you like having a deep conversation, flowy conversation back and forth with your higher self, with your own soul. When you're in this unconditional love, you're one with your soul. It's like you're in two places at once, the 3D and 5D. You can see both worlds and both perspectives. But you're operating from the soul, from that 5D energies. 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Well, when it comes to you, you are letting go of any illusions, of any fantasies. You're letting it go, but you're also creating something new in the energies, because you're going onto this new level on your journey, on your personal journey. So there's a very creative energy around you. You might be very lucky with manifesting things. And because you're letting go and you're in that unconditional love, you're getting out of the cold, So if there was a moment where you felt that like you weren't connected with your soul, you're gonna reconnect again. Ace of Swords. Even if you didn't feel disconnected, there is gonna be a new kind of connection between you and your soul, between you and your higher self. And it's gonna be very loving, very self-loving. Because when you do the lessons and job that you were supposed to do in the 3D, uh, you're making your 5D self happy, you know. So both of you are getting that blissful energy, you know, that blissful exchange flow. Um, but if you're like the DM, not doing your job in the 3D, going against the lessons that the soul wants to learn, you're actually bringing pain to your soul. So there's no, the soul is always trying, you know, to bring those, that love and those energies down into the 3D person, vessel, whatever. um, so it's always pushing, you know, love and all that, the positive emotions, right? Healing, light, etc. But the 3D person, like your DM, it's shooting all the negative stuff up there, you know? So it's actually hurting their soul. It's pretty sad, you know, on their part. Hmm. Now, when I get into your person's energy, it's they don't wanna let go of that narrative that they were right. Again, it's that blame shifting and all that, and it's leaving them out in the cold, and they are doing it to themselves. They think it's gonna make them feel better, you know, blame shifting, but it's not. It's just leaving them out in the cold more and more. And they are aware of that. That's why they are trying to push that narrative, because they are actually trying to convince themselves, you know, that they are not to be blamed here, that they did the right thing. They're trying to convince themselves because they're feeling guilty more and more. And they're feeling more and more guilty because they're kicked back at the fool. Just like a kid who repeats the class, you know, they feel kind of dumb, you know, because they are repeating. So it's kind of awkward, you know, and all that. So that's what's happening with them, you know. But they are trying to make up any excuse, you know, to just push that narrative in their head. What's the problem? Okay. I'm laughing because the middle card here is the Seven of Swords. Yeah. That illusion and being sneaky about it. They know they need to confess, they're just playing dumb, you know. Just like this dude. Oh yeah, every single one is golden. Yeah, I don't see any red cup here. No. Yeah, if I just ignore the red, I'm not gonna see it, so therefore it's not there, you know. That famous logic of your person. And now I'm focused on the snake. It looks like the snake is either coming from underneath the red cup or around it, you know. But either way, they see it's something bad, you know. Because of the snake. It's like with the Bible, you know. The snake representing the devil with the apple and all that, you know. You are you are holding that apple of desire, you know, therefore you're the devil. Oh my god. I mean, they know the truth, you know, they're just playing dumb. But they are also being pushed, you know. Even this truth that they know, it's fighting them, you know. They're trying to push their own narrative, their own illusions, you know, being sneaky deaky, but the truth itself is fighting back. It's kind of funny. They think they're gonna get away with it, you know, but this kind of truth, uh, it's not merciful, you know. It's not the kind of truth that's gonna uh, be forgotten, you know. This kind of truth is fighting back. Again, fighting back, you know. It's a battle within them, going back and forth, back and forth. The truth yells, the truth yells, and they push that narrative, you know, getting more and more angry, you know, because if I'm angry, then I won't feel guilt. It's like they're trying to fight fire with fire, you know, ego with ego, whatever. But it's not how you do it. If you fight fire with fire, you get scorched earth, you know. You're left with nothing. And with the burned land, you know, it needs some time to recover, to plant anything, you know, for the trees to grow again. So all the damage they are sitting in, it's all they're doing, you know. Okay, tell me about the Nine of Cups. But I like this new creative energy around you. It's very nice. It's almost magical. You might not even be aware at the first glance that you're manifesting things, but you are, as long as you're in this, you know, unconditional love and all that, you're gonna manifest shit. Oh, Two of Cups. That's the beauty of this connection. It's endless. I just feel endless energy with this card. And it's like looking from above, looking at the bigger picture. Also, time doesn't exist. Like, I don't feel any time with this card. No, every life is a blink of an eye for the universe. So even if this current connection doesn't go as you planned, it's going as the universe planned. But if it's not going as you planned, it doesn't matter. You still did a huge impact on this person and on the connection itself. It's like every color here is the lesson learned, the experiences, and it's all being poured down into both of your souls. All your shared experiences and lessons. It's not like you got your lessons and learned from them and that's it, you know. You also learn from them, from their behavior and their patterns, and their inner struggles, you know. You learn from them as much as they learn from you. So it's kind of like a shared experience, you know. And this is your 5D selves sharing those experiences and putting them in each other's cups. Pretty cool. Star. Strength. And temperance. Your patience in this cycle is gonna pay off. You're gonna come out stronger than ever. Soft, like I mentioned here. Heart chakra. It's like you're gonna befriend all your imperfections, all your shadow self, all the things you did wrong, or that you thought that you did wrong. You're gonna befriend all those parts of yourself that at some point you might have think they were negative, you know, because I'm focused on this mask, you know. And mask is always something hidden, something false, or could be something bad, or whatever a mask represents for you. It's almost like when you have a scar on your arm or something, you know, somewhere where it's visible, and you were always wearing long sleeves to cover that scar. Now now you're ditching all the shirts with long sleeves and you're rocking that scar. You're gonna be proud at that scar because it's gonna remind you that you survived something, you know. It's gonna remind you how strong you are. So it's almost like a, you know, like a dog mark or something, like a dog attacked you, you know, and it kind of looks ugly or whatever. and you were always wearing long sleeves, but now you're gonna uncover it and wear it proudly. You're gonna be like, you know what, I survived this. I got attacked um, because I was protecting my younger sister or younger brother or whatever, my friend, you know. And it's gonna actually remind you, that you helped somebody, um, that you did it out of love, and that it's not something that you need to be ashamed of, you know. So you're gonna befriend all those imperfections that actually make you perfect. So beautiful, oh my god. It's very, very beautiful. Just like this chick on this card, You can say this lion mask is a scar, you know. Like those people who have, oh my god, what it's called? It's more prominent in African Americans when a part of your skin is white, has those white patches. It's kind of like that, So she looks like she was bullied because of that, you know. She's half black, half white, So before she was bullied, but now she's rocking it, Now she's on the cover of the magazine because she's unique. It's that kind of feeling. And just that part is you being blessed, because you're uniting all parts of yourself and loving them equally. So that in itself is a reward, but there's also many blessings coming your way. And again, this one makes sense, this is a card of emotional fulfillment, same thing. You're gonna feel emotionally fulfilled, and you're gonna feel that unconditional love because you unified, all parts of yourself. And it's so pretty. I love it. It's very, very beautiful. The imperfections are that make us beautiful, not having a perfectly symmetrical face because of surgery or whatever, It's the little imperfections that make you stand out. And you're gonna see the beauty in that. You're gonna see the beauty in that in yourself. And again, because it's crossed by this card, it's all because of the shared experiences and this new level. Oh my god, it's all so beautifully connected. Now when it comes to your person, like I said, they're gonna look at the empty cups. It's all because of their pride. Their cups are empty because of their ego and pride. And when I'm focused on the sun and the moon here, the sun is masculine energy, the moon is feminine, and this angel he kind of looks like he's holding the sun, he's not holding the moon. So your person is more in their masculine energy. They're holding um, to that negative side of the masculine energy, having it their way, ego, pride, um, controlling things. They need to be more in their feminine energy. It's way out of balance, and it's just delaying everything. They're actually delaying the inevitable here, by pushing down all the feels and all the realizations and all the truth, just avoiding the inevitable, all because of their pride. Anyway, and that's what the connection is shining the light on as well. Again, we have the moon here, bookending the Two of Cups. Just what I said here. The feminine side in them is out of balance. But it's also telling me, what I said, about you having a different perspective, and you're gonna get answers that were previously hidden. Like, you're gonna find out your role in this connection, their role, the role of the connection in itself. You're gonna get some puzzle pieces that are gonna complete the bigger picture. So this is them perpetually trying to fight, and shooting themselves in the foot. It's like a mental patient. It's like, this is the soul, water and all that, passion. The soul is just chilling, and just, oh my god, how to explain this? So for the brain, for the ego, it has a time limit. When you die, the brain dies. The soul is immortal. So the soul is kind of not in a rush in that sense. It's just chilling, and subtly pushing that antidote, if you will, and they are just they're standing like a mental patient, trying to fight it with their brain. So the brain is kind of like in a survival mode, but the soul is immortal. The soul doesn't need to worry. It's the brain always that is in a worry state, fighting and all that. Now this is you already letting go of stuff. Again, the energies just need to settle um, because the stick is still here, in the room. But you let go of a lot of things. So it's almost like this is them, the stick that's being held, and this is you, the stick that's being free, if you will. Just like here, they didn't let go, they're not letting go of their narrative, and you did let go. Same thing. Okay, tell me about the Hanged Man. Two of Cups again. I mean, it makes sense. Both of you are getting a new perspective. They're being forced, and your new perspective is more of a blessing. Because you're in that state of unconditional love. So it's more of a blessing, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you don't have to do much to get your to get what you want. I mean, this can be the lucky card, this can be the lucky card. This is not putting much effort. It's like I said here with the Ten of Cups, there's a creative energy around you that's gonna make you like a manifestation machine. She also looks like she looks very lucky, very happy, on top of the world, above the clouds. So you're gonna feel free, you're gonna feel light. And it's all because you did the work. So manifesting things won't require much effort, as long as you're in this energy of unconditional love. And because new things are gonna happen, new people and all that, there's a new level of growth. Just like here, what I mentioned with the new, going into a new class, higher up, in each new class you learn new things, you learn different things, they are connected with the previous class, but there are still new things that you are learning. So this one makes sense, you're going on this new level and everything is gonna be new. There's a newness in the energy, and you're releasing a lot of karma. I'm being focused on this dark, what should you even call it, dark mist, whatever. Dark cloud. So you're releasing some karma, and because of that you're coming into balance and you're healing. It's like a big domino effect. Now for them, they they need to learn. They're repeating the lessons, um, but they also need to quiet the mind to get in control, if you will, to get in balance. They need to quiet the brain and do some healing, proper healing. Otherwise, this chick is going bye-bye. As long as you stay in your heart chakra, you're gonna be lucky. I'm focused on this dice around her neck, and I'm hearing like lucky dice. So you are gonna be lucky in your new learning curve, and new endeavors. Just keep your heart open. You're gonna be just fine. Oh my god, the, the bottom cards are all the same. They're all the same. Oh my god. Again, you don't know what you don't know. Just trust the connection is doing its job. Don't get in your head. Let go of things that don't serve you. Do those plans that you always wanted. Don't just look outside the window and dream about them. Do them. Is there anything about them? Not really. Okay, tell me about the tower. Our favorite card of lately. King of Wands. Somebody's ego is about to be split in half. Seven of Wands. Five of Swords. Two of Wands. Always making the wrong decision. This is about decisions. This is about being stubborn about making new decisions. I mean, do you see why the tower is happening? They were always making the wrong decisions because of the ego that's crossing here. And they were just shooting themselves in the foot. They were thinking it's victory, but it always turned out as false victory. Shocking. I'm focused on this yellow light on her solar plexus. And what I'm getting with that light is it's them pushing stuff down and trying to not look at it, trying to blame shift and all that. It's making them sick to the stomach. That's what I'm feeling with this light. It's making them sick to the stomach. I'm also seeing kidney stones or ulcers, you know. And it makes sense, you know, whenever we are putting stress upon us, it always manifests as some kind of uh, illness in the body. That would actually make perfect sense, you know, the kidney stones and the ulcers. Because they're pushing everything down, you know, so it's getting heavy on the stomach. You know, when your body is tense, you can feel it in your stomach. That's the first thing where you feel the tension. It's like having those spandex pants when you when you take them off. It's like, oh my god, I can breathe finally. It's that kind of tension around the stomach area. And because you're connected, you might feel like you're having tummy troubles, but you're actually fine. It's just their energy. I mean, if it gets serious, of course, visit the doctor. I'm not a doctor. But it is something that you're gonna feel from their side. Interesting. Interesting information. And it makes sense with the tower, especially the ulcers thing. You know, when they burst like the tower. Could be anything to do with the stomach area. Could be you know, acid reflux or whatever it's called. But yeah, whatever it is, it's weighing down on their stomach area because they're pushing all those emotions down. So they're getting kind of constipated, you know, in a sense. But they're doing all that to themselves. Again, they need to let go of things and stop living in an illusion. This chick feels like she's never going outside. She's just watching outside the window, you know. It's like her safe space. Like those people who are afraid of going outside. I forgot the name of the condition. Agoraphobia, something like that. So that's what they're doing, you know. They're just keeping everything inside, not letting outside in, you know, or the inside out. There's also fear around this card. It's like she's thinking, oh my god, if I go out, oh my god, what if I don't know, I get attacked by a seagull, or a car hits me, or somebody robs me, oh my god. You know, just the sheer thought of going outside is putting her into panic mode. Same with their realizations, that it's all their fault and all that, being hit by that new um, full moon in Pisces, all those emotions and truths that are wanting to come out. Um, they're just pushing them down so badly and so nervously, like this chick. Mm. Even if she opens the window a little bit, she'll be like, oh my god, what if a spider comes in and then makes baby spiders, and the whole apartment will be full of spiders. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Just unrealistic thinking, just full of fears. And again, their self-sabotage leaves them in the cold, again, holding back. She's holding back, she's in the bubble, inside the house. She's not letting go. I mean, even with these two cards, I said here they're too much in their masculine. The heart over here reminds me of the feminine, of the moon. And they need to learn from you how to befriend the imperfect parts of themselves. I mean, it's just everything is so beautifully connected. Is there anything else? Oh, we didn't look at the bottom cards. You know what else is coming up? That reading I did where I said the anger in them is gonna spark or turn into sexual desire. It's right here. I even felt that myself this morning. I felt anger and then being hit by sexual energy all of a sudden. But it's almost like the makeup sex, You fight and fight and fight, and then you just, devour each other in passion. So that's gonna come up as well. All those previous readings are coming together in a bigger picture. It's kind of fascinating. You are all around them. They are carrying you with them, if you will. This is your connection, and it's all red, and he's wearing red. But he's trying to blend in, he's trying to not show it. He does have this little lizard on his shirt. They're very good at camouflaging. Again, it's all ego and pride, they're trying. You are there, the connection is there, you're in their head, 24/7. But they're trying to hide it. Again, lots of eternal battle within them. See? I mean, they go together, Inner battle, shooting themselves in the foot. The inner battle is manifested by shooting themselves in the foot in the 3D. those bad decisions they always made. That's how the inner struggle manifests on the outside. They can learn so much from you. Brings me back here. You are teaching them so much by, unifying all your parts of your being. You're teaching them so much. You're teaching yourself, but through symbiosis you're teaching them as well. So on a soul level, they are getting that shared experience. The connection is like a shared file on a computer, and each of you, it's like you're writing in your own diary and then you upload it to the shared file. They have the means to access that, on a soul level, and learn from it. Learn from your essays in that shared file. But the problem is that they are operating from the brain and the ego and not from the heart. That's why they can't read the shared file. It's encoded for them, it's just a bunch of symbols that they can't read. But you can read theirs perfectly fine. And you did learn from them as well. Even if it's how not to behave, So you can read their files, but they can't read yours because of the brain. There you go, that's your reading. Hope it shed some light. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I always like hearing your feedbacks and all that. What's happening with you? I also put the PayPal link in the description box if anybody wants to support and donate. And yeah, that's your reading. I love you guys. I love this. Yes, please incorporate your all your shadow selves, befriend them, show that scar and be proud of the scar. It's what makes you stronger. So yeah, that's your reading. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.